Their first ball, their first uniform, their first number, their first teammate, their first goal, their first coach. We take great care in making sure their first isn't their last. We're so much more than a soccer class. Come play with us today at kickstarttoddlersoccer.com.
Hey, give me some of it. Okay, all right, I'm going. The Journey, the Tilton Girls, take one.
My favorite moments ever as a father was the moment she made the A team.
They would always push me and my friends as well.
Their authenticity and integrity that they were able to do everything with.
I still struggle with a little bit, just like the confidence, like knowing that I'm in a different environment.
Could not be more proud of you, Justice, and of you, Remini.
It's gonna be a roast here.
No, it's not a roast. Ocean, and it was hard. Don't tell anybody that.
And action.
Our mission is to help players take their game to the next level and reach their potential. We help players develop fundamental technical skills such as ball control in tight spaces, dribbling at speed and changing direction, using a variety of 1v1 skills, receiving and finishing from different situations such as volleys, headers, one touch, and off the dribble, with and without pressure. In addition, we help players increase their speed of play, dominate with their off-the-ball movement, awareness of space, defenders, and teammates. We offer a variety of services such as one-on-ones, small groups, as well as large groups and team sessions. We have an experienced coaching staff that is professional, friendly, patient, while still holding players to high standards and holding them accountable. Over the past 3 years, we've built one of the best soccer-specific training facilities in the country. We've also developed one of the most detail-oriented training programs to help out players. No matter what level you're at as a player, I'm confident we can help you get better. For more information, visit our website, evolutionperformancetraining.com, or text or call 248-818-3943.
Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75.
Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in!
We like to do it before we go out on the weekend.
We do.
We do it every week.
Whether we need to or not.
We did it today.
It was really dirty.
My parents do it every day.
Hey, kiddo!
Do it every day with the Unlimited Club only at Jack's Car Wash. Protect your car from the hot summer sun, dust, dirt, and contaminants all summer long with the Jack's Unlimited Club.
Join today, starting at just $24.99 a month.
Are you looking to grow here in 2023? Let the Michigan Soccer Network help you and your restaurant fill more seats. Help you and your law firm get new clients. Help you and your dental practice find more patients. Find more roofing customers for this upcoming summer. And to help you and your medical practice find new patients. To learn more or get started, visit MichiganSoccerNetwork.com.
I'm a husband. I'm a father.
I'm a sister.
I'm a son. I'm a brother.
I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a referee.
I'm a referee.
I am a referee.
I'm a referee.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate! Don't just burn calories, torch those little suckers. Basecamp Fitness Troy, opening up this March, will help you get maximum results in half the time. Our intensity intervals of cardio and strength training will supercharge your calorie burn, all in just 35 minutes. Make sure to lock in our founders rate and claim your 2-week risk-free trial by scanning the QR code on your screen. Basecamp Fitness Troy, located at 443 East Big Beaver Road in Troy, Michigan.
Thank you for stopping by the Michigan Soccer Network. To not miss out on any of the action, all you have to do is simply hit the subscribe button, and that way you're notified every time we bring new content or go live. Thanks for stopping by.
We watch soccer on the Michigan Soccer Network!
I watch soccer on the Michigan Soccer Network.
I watch soccer on Michigan Soccer Network.
لا تنسون تتابعونا على Michigan Soccer Network.
I watch soccer on Michigan Soccer Network.
I like to watch soccer on Michigan Soccer Network.
I watch soccer on Michigan Soccer Network.
Me gusta mirar fútbol en Michigan Soccer Network.
I watch soccer on Michigan Soccer Network.
I love watching soccer on the Michigan Soccer Network.
Back to Beatrial. He'll take a shot and he'll bear it! And then he'll fire it from Billows and it'll go in! One-on-one with Kudret. She'll put it off the post, save by Kudret. Cut back from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in. And that's going to be fired. Milano with a dot. Oh, she keeps fighting, looking for goal number 2. Cuts it inside, shot, and that goes in. Good work is this one by Henry. Oh, good save by Jasinski. Dot 280. That's missed. Oh, it's Stone. In the ball, and both goals so far. Will fire one, and that's a wonderful save. Oh, everybody. Puts it back for Al Jazeer. Beaten, and he'll bury it. Going. He'll fire one now from distance, and that is in. What a strike by Ben Maher. This is high kick, but they're going to keep playing. Kim has it now. Johnson with a shot, and that's in! Hello, everybody, and welcome here into Troy Athens High School, the home of the Redhawks, for tonight's OAA Lakes Valley Conference, Saginaw Valley Conference crossover matchup here on the Michigan Soccer Network. Grand Blanc, number 12 in the state, taking on number 6 ranked Troy Athens High School. My name's Jonathan Turner. Dan Sticker will be joining me here momentarily, and we're excited to bring you this matchup. Again, a very big matchup for these two teams as they look to get to the business end of this spring 2023 season. Just 2 weeks away from the start of the playoffs, and both these teams looking to keep their winning streaks going as Grand Blanc comes in 10-2 overall. As a JV team just got a goal on the Redhawks, and now they're up 2-0. And the Redhawks coming in, they are 10-2-1, currently sitting in second place in the OAA Red. Grand Blanc is 9-0 in the Saginaw Valley Conference, sitting atop the table. We'll talk about that a lot here on this Monday evening. Rain expected in the forecast. We're prepared. If you're at home, stay warm, stay comfortable, grab a drink, and join us here for this matchup. High school girls soccer, number 6 Troy Athens versus number 12 Grand Blanc, coming up here next on the Michigan Soccer Network. Looking to grow here in 2023? Let the Michigan Soccer Network help you and your restaurant fill more seats. Help you and your law firm get new clients. Help you and your dental practice find more patients. Find more roofing customers for this upcoming summer. And to help you and your medical practice find new patients. To learn more or get started, visit MichiganSoccerNetwork.com. Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in! Don't just burn calories, torch those little suckers. Base Camp Fitness Troy, opening up this March, will help you get maximum results in half the time. Our intensity intervals of cardio and strength training will supercharge your calorie burn, all in just 35 minutes. Make sure to lock in our Founders Rate and claim your 2-week risk-free trial by scanning the QR code on your screen. Base Camp Fitness Troy, located at 443 East Big Beaver Road in Troy, Michigan. Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75.
stopping by the Michigan Soccer Network. To not miss out on any of the action, all you have to do is simply hit the subscribe button, and that way you're notified every time we bring new content or go live. Thanks for stopping by.
Welcome back here into Troy Athens High School. Number 6 ranked Troy Athens welcoming in number 12 ranked Grand Blanc. Rankings came out yesterday here in the Michigan High School Soccer Coaches Association. We did those live last night during our UPSL Midwest East Conference matchup. Nationals welcoming in FK Olympic. They won that one 3-1 out of local university last night. And again, we are live here at Troy Athens High School here in Troy, Michigan. This JV game here is just about 2 minutes, 47 seconds away here from completion. As we'll have Dan Stickrad join me here in just a moment. As we had, Dan, we had both these teams coming in hot. They're 10-2-1 Athens. Grand Blanc currently sitting at 10-2.
And Grand Blanc had a 10-game win streak snapped by Rochester Adams. 1-0 last week, but they're playing well. They opened up with a 4-1 loss to Stony Creek, who's been in the top 5 all season, and won 10 in a row before that. But they're in contention for that Saginaw Valley League Conference Championship. They still have 3 league games to go. And currently they got a 1.5 lead on Midland Dow.
They do, and they're you mentioned they're 9-0 in that league. They've got 27 points, and Midland Dow is right below them, I think, with 26. So it's not there's still a lot going on in that league. There's some meaningful games that are going to be decided upon. Now here in the OAA Red, there's one game that coming up here on Wednesday that we're going to cover. That's going to decide who wins this league, the OAA Red, and that's between Rochester and Stony Creek.
Yeah, all the other teams have been eliminated. We have Oxford and Birmingham Seaholm going after the OAA white title, and West Bloomfield's already clinched the OAA blue. So conference races all across the state are starting to heat up, but some are being finalized. Some have several games to go, but it should be an exciting final 3 weeks of the regular season.
So let's take a look here at Grand Blanc again. The Saginaw Valley Conference are 10-2. They played in 12 games. They're currently first in the SVC. 67 goals for, 8 against, 7 shutouts, and their only 2 losses are to OAA Red teams in Rochester Adams and Stony Creek.
Yeah, it's Grand Blanc every year tries to schedule a lot of the OAA schools. They find a great way to get some non-league competition, kind of get them more battle-tested for a possible deep tournament run. Some of the schools in the bottom third of the Saginaw Valley League are, semi-weak in terms of soccer, so they always do a great job of going outside the league and schedule the best non-league opponents as possible.
That they do, and Greg Keeler is the head coach of the Grand Blanc girls soccer team, was a longtime head coach of the boys soccer team. Now it's Nick Thomas at the helm, but he's had tremendous success with the girls side. Big 9 conference, they won, this is before it was called, and then they're part of the KLA. But when many championships, district championships back in 1989, 1990 through 94, 1996 through 98, 2000 through 2002, 2004 through 2008, 2010 through 2019. And they were state final runner-up in 04, 15, 17, and 18. So a long history of success at Grand Blanc. And they are coached by Greg Keeler. And, we'll take a look now, at the home side, Dan, as I'll push this one off the screen. The home side and Todd Hugh, they another good program that's had a lot of success. Now, their last state championship was back in 2000. They have gone to the state finals back in 2021. They went to the state finals, and they fell in that one in the finals. Currently tied for second in the red. They've got 10 wins, 2 losses, and 1 tie. 37 goals for, 10 against, and 8 shutouts.
Yeah, you talk about Troy Athens, a lot of history going back to the early 80s when they founded their program. Yeah, it has been 23 years since they won a state championship, but they've made a lot of very good runs. Last year they were in the Elite 8. They lost to Rochester in the regional finals. State runner-up 2 years ago, 2015, they lost in the state semifinals. So they have got a long history. And then Grand Blanc, 4 times they've lost in the state championship game, but they've never won a state championship. We talked about this in one of our recent ranking shows. The only schools that have lost more in the finals and never won a championship above Grand Blanc are Grand Rapids, Forest Hills Northern, and Brighton are both 0-5 in state championship games. So will Greg Keeler and the Bobcats one day finally stand supreme on the final day of the season? It's possible. They are a very good team this year and favored to win their district, and see if they can make a deep run in the postseason this year.
No question about it. And we are just about 11 minutes or so away from getting this one going. And it's going to be a good one. Number 6, Troy Athens versus number 12, Grand Blanc, coming up here on the other side of the break. We'll be back.
Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75.
Their first uniform, their first number, their first teammate, their first goal, their first coach. We take great care in making sure their first isn't their last. We're so much more than a soccer class. Come play with us today at kickstarttoddlersoccer.com.
Our mission is to help players take their game to the next level and reach their potential. Not only do we help develop fundamental technical skills such as ball control in tight spaces with different surfaces, dribbling at speed and changing direction, using a variety of 1v1 skills to create space, receiving on a half turn, hook turn, and out of the air, finishing off the dribbling, one-touch, volleys, and headers. We help players get comfortable performing these skills at game speed, with pressure, and with both their dominant and non-dominant foot. In addition, we help players with their speed of play, awareness of space, defenders and teammates, and also dominate with their off-the-ball movement. We offer a variety of services such as one-on-ones, small groups, large groups, as well as team sessions. We have an experienced coaching staff that is professional, friendly, patient, while still holding players to high standards and holding them accountable. No matter what level you're at as a player, I'm confident we can help you get better. Over the past 3 years, we've built one of the best soccer-specific training facilities in the country and developed one of the most detail-oriented programs to help out players. Visit our website.
Welcome back here in Troy, Athens. And speaking of Greg Keeler, there he is, the number 12 ranked Grand Blanc head coach. An impressive season for them, is allowed only 8 goals against in 12 games, 7 shutouts. A fantastic job. And we'll now take a look at Todd Hugh, the head coach of the Troy Athens Redhawks. And well, there's Todd, maybe. Those are the referees, and we're going to find him. He's there somewhere, but we'll get Todd up on camera here in just a second. But Todd Hugh, the coach here of the Redhawks, and there he is. They've only allowed 10 goals in 13 games, 8 shutouts in total. And again, longtime coach here, over 30 years of coaching here in the state of Michigan at the high school level. Only the second coach in the history of this program. Tim Storks, longtime coach, retired, I believe, back in 2012. But that's Todd Hugh, and we'll take a look here at the standings now for the OAA Red. And there they are on your screen. Rochester currently sitting atop the table. They're 4-0-1 with 13. Troy Athens and Stony Creek currently sitting in that tied for second place. Rochester Adam in fourth. Bloomfield, Troy, and Clarkston rounding out the bottom three. Again, that game on Wednesday between Rochester and Stony Creek is going to decide who will win this whole OAA Red. So, exciting times. 5 minutes to go. We're going to step aside here for one more break. You're watching high school girls soccer live on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. And we'll be back after this. Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in!
Hey, give me some of it. Okay, all right, I'm going. The Journey, the Tilton girls, take one.
My favorite moments ever as a father was the moment she made the A-team.
They would always push me and my friends as well.
Their authenticity and integrity that they were able to do everything with.
I still struggle with a little bit, just like the confidence, like knowing that I'm in a different environment.
I could not be more proud of you, Justice, and of you, Remini.
We're gonna be a roast here.
No, it's not a roast.
Ocean, and it was hard. Don't tell anybody that.
And action.
Granite City Food and Brewery has 2 Michigan locations in Troy and Northville. Serves made-from-scratch food, brews in-house beer, and even has brunch every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. To learn more about their daily specials or to book a private party, visit gcfb.com. Make sure you head over to Granite City in Northville at the corner of 7 Mile and Haggerty, or the Troy location at 16 Mile and I-75. Don't just burn calories, torch those little suckers. Base Camp Fitness Troy, opening up this March, will help you get maximum results in half the time. Our intensity intervals of cardio and strength training will supercharge your calorie burn, all in just 35 minutes. Make sure to lock in our founders rate and claim your 2-week risk-free trial by scanning the QR code on your screen. Base Camp Fitness Troy, located at 443 East McBeaver Road in Troy, Michigan. Welcome back here into Troy Athens High School. For this high school girls soccer matchup, number 6 ranked Troy Athens welcoming in number 12th ranked Grand Blanc here on this Monday evening. As we'll take a look now here at the weather. 67 degrees outside. Visibility is 9 miles. I can't see that far, so we'll take their word for it there, Dan. There is expected rain. We just got the alert. There is rain on the radar. It looks, looks pretty green. We're not going to get wet. I think our camera operator might get wet, but aside from that. But yeah, we're excited to be here tonight for this one. We are just about a minute and a half or so away from the start of this one, and we'll bring it back in the press box. And Dan, there we are on this on this fine Monday evening. We're got a good lineup here this week too. On Wednesday, we're out at Rochester versus Stony Creek, and then we'll be back at it again here on Thursday at a Catholic League matchup at Royal Oak Shrine High School as they welcome in Orchard Lake St. Mary's. So that should be a good one. And I mean, just it's gonna be a good week. We will take the weekend off because I mentioned it's my anniversary this upcoming week. Well, it's not this weekend. My anniversary is actually next week. The following week, it's the 16th. No Friday or Saturday broadcast. That's correct. And but I already put the league standings up on the board. I'll put them up again here right now. Take a look at them. And again, looking at Rochester, we talked about it. Rochester ranked number 1 right now in the state. They've been that way now for the last 2 consecutive weeks. Troy Athens 4-2 in second place, tied there with Stony Creek. And their Stony Creek would be ahead of them just because head-to-head they lost. So that they would be technically in second place if this season ended today, based on the current standings. So, but there we go. So, anyways, Dan, the game's about to get going here in just a moment. What's your predictions?
Now, both teams are missing a couple starters. Coaches are opting to sit out a couple kids to rest them a little bit with injuries. This is a non-conference matchup, but both teams, based on results this year, seem to be pretty compatible. We should see a close matchup, and usually when these two schools face off in boys soccer and girls soccer, that's the kind of result that we end up having.
There we will. We'll let the public address announcer here at Athens take over, and we'll be back here at the conclusion of the announcements.
Now let's link the lineup for tonight's game. For the visiting team, the Bobcats of Grand Blanc. Number 1, Mercy Aluko. Number 2, Addison Thomas. Number 4, Grace Jennings. Number 5, Kate Childers. Number 6, Lauren Wilson. Number 7, Quinn Goldie. Number 8, Taylor Lewis. Number 10, Ariana James. Number 11, Anna Weston. Number 12, Karina Raybach. Number 13, Kendall Proto. Number 14, Pratika Patel. Number 16, Lauren Lynch. Number 17, Paige Bilby. Number 19, Marty Megziger. Number 20, Anna Sabo. Number 21, Yoya York. And number 22, Ayana Blake. The Bobcats are coached by Greg Keeler. And now for your Red Hawks. Number 0, Ashley Miller. Number 1, Ava Weeks. Number 3, Lulu Tacky. Number 4, Addison Whitmer. Number 5, Bianca. Number 6, Lauren Bianca. Number 7, Emily Mendrick. Number 8, Skylar Emerson. Number 9, Olivia Rossi. Number 10, Alina Sharp. Number 11, Abby Waldron. Number 13, Annie Tennis. Number 14, Anna Dombrowski. Number 15, Nicole Russell. Number 16, Gabriella Niffen. Number 17, Rebecca Delia. Number 19, Madison Bloom. Number 20, Amanda Leonard. Number 21, Gabby Leonard. And number 23, Cindy McBride. The Red Hawks are coached by Todd Hughes.
As we are just moments away here from getting this one started. Starting 11 here for Graham Blanc and the Bobcats. In goal, you'll have Mercia Luco, a senior, Kate Childers, Taylor Lewis, Ariana James, Anna Weston, Karina Raybook, Kendall Croto, Ritika Patel, Lauren Lynch, Anna Sabo, and Mella York. As you can see, they're the best concession stand in the state of Michigan. Right there, they've got everything from ramen noodles to cheeseburgers and sausage with peppers on it. They usually have a Bobby D burger, which is a combination, I think, of brisket and just all the different kind of meats you could ever want. That just an amazing concession stand. We talk about it quite a bit here on the network because we to be fair, I don't book this game anymore because of the teams. We book it because of the concession stand. So I mean, that's what we do, you know. So. But we appreciate you stopping by. We do have a poll right now on our YouTube channel. Who do you think is going to win this one? Troy Athens versus Graham Blanc. Right now, 3 votes in. 67% of you say it's going to be Graham Blanc. So get your votes in. We'll keep that going here for much of this game. And we are excited to get this thing going here in just a few moments as the referee's now out taking the pitch. So your officials today, Mike Fisher, Mark Schultes, and Richard Toma. Mike Fisher in the middle.
Definitely a veteran crew out there tonight, roaming the field.
You combined 200 years of experience. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. They're pretty young, actually, which is good. I mean, we know Mike Fisher for some time. I mean, I've known him for a long time. Mark Schultes. He's the president of the OCSRA, which is the referee association here in Oakland County. Fun fact, that was created and started by me back in 2014.
Yes, I remember you telling me that story.
But yeah. So just moments away here from the start of this one. The Red Hawks will be in the red kits here going right to left on your screen to start this match. And in the all-white kits going left to right will be Graham Blanc and the Bobcats.
I had a pleasure of covering these two teams in the 2015 Division I state semifinals over at Rochester. Graham Blanc defeated Troy Athens.
And we are
4-1 in that
officially
contest.
Underway here in this one. Number 6, Troy Athens welcoming in number 12, Graham Blanc. That's Sabo on the ball, and Dan, we're going to be struggling with all night is these windows. I just realized it now. Been sitting down for most of this game in preparation.
Yeah, these windows definitely could use a cleaning job.
I don't know if it's cleaning, though. I don't think it's cleaning is the right word to use. But
there is some water stuck between some of the window panes.
As we're going to just adjust something here because I wasn't happy with the way that looks. There we go. Make it in black. It's not push that there. But we're 1 minute into this one, and good matchup here on this Monday evening. Your first time stopping by, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. We do appreciate the subscribe. This ball cleared up over midfield. Flag did go up as the ball went out over touch. So a throw in here for the Bobcats. It's Lauren DeYonker. Lauren DeYonker's had a really good season. We've seen her a couple of times scoring a goal against Dakota back on Tax Day, April 15th. Actually, Tax Day was April 17th, but it used to be 15th of April. And then we saw against Troy High in that Troy Athens game. It was a good matchup, 4-1 in favor of the Red Hawks in that one.
And Troy Athens has played a very tough league and non-league schedule, and DeYonker, a sophomore, kind of a rising star, 14 goals, 7 assists on the year, one of the top goal scorers in the OA
good
Red
ball
Division
across,
this season.
and Ava Weeks, who got the start here for the Red Hawks in goal, will switch out at halftime with Ashley Miller, the sophomore goalkeeper. Lauren DeYonker, Emily Mendrick, Elena Sharp, Abby Waldron, Hannah Dombrowski, Nicole Russell, Rebecca Dahlia, Madison Bloom, and Sydney McBride getting the start here today for the Red Hawks. First corner kick here of the afternoon. Ball still inside the box, a shot, and then Weeks will call for it and come up with it. Childers looking to play this in that seam, and now here come the Red Hawks. Ball out wide. Got DeYonker, far post. One right in there, and
perfect idea. Centering cross, just not.
No, that's actually that's Skylar Emerson, number 8. So she was right there. She gets a head on that or a piece on that. That's going to be a goal.
Just outside of her grasp. She was trying to get a foot on it for a volley.
This ball's back in the box. DeYonker is right there. Mendrick got a beautiful goal against Troy High here as well back a few weeks ago. Ball will be thrown in towards Mendrick. They're back to goal. Ball put back in the box, and that's going to go out for a corner. First corner here of the night for the Red Hawks. 5 minutes into this one.
See how the offense is generated on both sides. So Graham Blank's missing Addison Thomas. One of the
ball comes in. Good touch there by Aluko. Still inside the box. Waldron looked to put this out wide. That's broken up and cleared out here towards midfield.
So Thomas is out for Graham Blank, and Amanda Leonard, one of Troy Athens' better attacking players, is also sitting out tonight with a minor injury. So,
and this game in the whole big scheme of things, while we say it's a big game because you have 2 ranked teams, you know, this is about half the battle in high school soccer is staying healthy, right, and getting healthy and being on a good run going into a playoff mode, right, and we're just 2 weeks away from that. 2 weeks from today, you know, the first week of districts, you'll still have maybe a couple games, non-league games, some non-conference stuff happening that first Monday or Tuesday. But that Wednesday night is districts. And, you know, staying healthy. So, hey, if there's a player that's battling any kind of nagging injury, this is the night to get the night off, right? If you're going to give them a night off at all, right?
So especially in Grand Blanc situation where they still have 3 conference games in the Saginaw Valley League, they're still in contention. They're just ahead of Midland down in their standings, so they have a lot more to risk in terms of playing certain players. So sitting them out tonight, where you always would like to get a draw or win against a very good opponent, kind of winning a conference championship and being healthy for the districts is kind of trumps that.
After this game, if they're still open, we're going to have it at the Gathering Place. I don't know if they are still open or not, but that's where we take the head over after these matchups. Gathering Place, a long-time watering hole here in Troy. Fun fact, 15 years ago, I had my our rehearsal dinner at the Gathering Place.
At the Gathering Place.
We did. People say, well, we just want a pizza and beer. Or what more could you want from a rehearsal dinner? You don't need to go get like filet mignons and lobster tails for that. That's for the wedding. Good pizza and beer. That's what you want for a rehearsal dinner. No, Dan? You agree?
They got some great antipasta salad there, too.
They do have a good salad there. That's sharp. She went to play that out wide to McBride, and too much, and out it will go.
A lot of very great places to go to after games in kind of the Troy, Rochester, Sterling Heights area.
Well, we were just talking about this with my kids. There used to be that Marinelli's. Marinelli's is where we would go for and this is a long time ago. The ball actually touched off Dionk. Stayed on the pitch. Players thought it keep going. The ball's still on the field. McBride will pick it up and put this one towards Mendrick. And James there is now Mendrick now has the ball again and should look to fire one. But yeah, when we won the state championship in '97 here, we came back from Andover, and we all met at Marinelli's, and then we had pizza and pasta and salad, and we celebrated right there. Remember, known for bringing the popcorn, just like we were out at the restaurant here a few weeks ago out in like the Alibi, they bring popcorn to your table. Popcorn at Marinelli's. Fantastic. Mr. B's. Mr. B's is now the Detroit Burger Bar.
There's still a few Mr. B's in the Metro Detroit area.
Yeah, but they used to have one downtown Rochester. That one's gone.
Yeah.
That's also Detroit Burger Bar, I think, now. So, I know I'm dating myself, but great places here on this side of town. For those of you watching in Grand Blanc, let us know what your watering holes are.
Yeah, I was just about to mention, there's a couple places right in downtown Grand Blanc. The names kind of escaped me for the second, but every town across the state has one, at least one.
That they do. If you want us to come out and try them, we'll happily do it. We'll talk about it on the air like we are right now. We're very good tippers.
The community Grand Blanc has always been very generous towards its athletes. They are currently redeveloping their entire athletic complex there on the campus, a new stadium being installed.
I was talking with Greg Keeler about that before the game, and he was talking, they're in the process. That's a hard collision right there. Looked like that was slow to get up. I think it's Sabo. And it is. And Sabo, a senior captain. Taking this free kick, though, is Kendall Croteau.
And we talked about DeYonker being a rising star of the sophomore, one of Athens' top players this year. Kate Childers from Grand Blanc, attacking midfielder, did not play high school her first 3 years. Suited up with the Nationals Girls Academy, and now starring and putting up some quality numbers for her high school team.
So another foul there. This one against the Athens Redhawks. I'm sorry, the Bobcats. That was Russell. Dombrowski up wide now on to DeYonker. Look over the top for Mendrick. Ilio's looking to run into that one, and Another win from the Red Hawks, fighting strong here and trying to find out wide to McBride. DeYonker cuts it back. Good defensive play from Karina Raybuck, left back here tonight for the Bobcats.
12 minutes in, still no scoring chances from either side. We had a near one there about 5 minutes ago where the girl couldn't couldn't get a toe on the cross, but
ball was in the middle of the box and right back in the mix. That's Mendrick. Fighting hard. Mendrick will take a shot and right into Luco's hands. So Dabrowski will chase this one down and shield that one off for a goal kick. This part of the match brought to you by Granite City of Troy. Eat good eats, drink good drinks, have good times. Today is Monday, and that means it's Build Your Own Burger Monday. So get to build your own burger. They're open until 10 p.m. here on this Monday evening. Normally say games on Tuesday, so it threw me off what today was then. So build your own Monday burger. And if you mention MSN when you go into a Granite City, the one in Troy or Northville, you will receive a free flight of Granite City beers. Obviously, 21 and older, must be stated. But you can go to the Granite City in Troy or Northville, the one in Troy at 16 and I-75, or the one in Northville at 7 Mile and Haggerty.
In Northville, another soccer crazed community.
That it is, ranked number 2 in the state right now in the Michigan High School Soccer Coaches Association rankings.
They have not lost again this year. Northville was the D1 state runner-up last year to Bloomfield Hills, losing in a shootout to the Blackhawks.
That they did.
But historically, Northville is always a good team. I believe they've been in 9 Final Fours in their school history.
Diana Blake. Now this ball cleared up here towards midfield. That's Weston. Now Delia on the ball for the Red Hawks. Looking for McBride. I think she thought that was going to go wider. Out wide on that far side. It didn't. Now Waldron. McBride gets a touch. And now Mendrick, and that one will sail out. Ball play, that's Waldron, and now here comes Weston. She'll take a shot near post, and Ava Weeks makes the save.
So first quality scoring chance for Grand Blanc, nullified, but they were quick to counter. They got the ball down from one end to the other in about 10 seconds.
We did get an alert that the rain was imminent, so we'll see when that happens. I almost feel like every time we come to Athens now, rain is in the forecast.
Yeah, didn't we have a boys' game last year where we set up for them and it was never played?
Yep, that was a Troy Athens game.
Yes, it was.
That we came back for that rematch, and that was in. I think it rained that night too, or it was cold. And I remember that it was like going down the steps. It was like a slip and slide down the steps here. You would think that aluminum and they put some kind of a special thing spray on these bleachers so you don't like die slipping down the bleacher, but they don't. So 16 minutes in, it's 0-0 here at Troy Athens High School. John Turner, Dan Stickrat here on the call tonight. Excited to bring you this high school girls soccer matchup here live right now on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Watch us in one of 4 locations.
It's nice to see another team, Grand Blanc, play this year. Another quality team from first time we had a chance to see any Saginaw Valley League teams this season.
And, the reality is, and we talk about this, is as we do more and more of these games and we add more and more crews, the goal will be to cover more games across the state. But the problem for us is having access to a press box or having access to height. We want to be able to bring some level of quality to the broadcast. And if we don't have a place to do that, it's hard. And like I was talking with Greg Keeler about this, like right now they don't have a field per se. They in the process of building a bunch of stuff at that location, as you talked about, the auxiliary fields and things. Northville, they don't have a press box at their main field, at least one big enough, so we'd have to go to another place. Deonker now, down by the end line, slots us across towards this 12 and cleared away. But that's, as you get further north, like for example, Frankenmuth has now a soccer-specific stadium at the middle school up in Frankenmuth. But they had that press box. I think they had a raised thing that there was like this kind of like that wooden shack press box. I'm not sure if they redid that at all or not. But there wasn't really a place for us to be able to hook all of what we're looking to do to hook up there, so we'd have to find a makeshift press box. But that's a great location for a game. There's DeYonker now, puts this one inside. That kind of deflects towards the top of the 18 and then cleared out towards midfield.
There's been some really good teams in the top half of the two divisions of the Tri-Valley Conference up there in that Bay City, Saginaw, Midland region. Freeland and Essville Garber have been solid the last decade. Saginaw Valley Lutheran been ranked the last 3 or 4 years. They were number 1 going into the tournament last season. You got Ithaca, which isn't a soccer powerhouse, but in terms of Division III and Division IV schools, their athletic complex out there is amazing.
It is. As this ball played, that's Russell. James is there for the Bobcats as it pops out here now to Skylar Emerson, who slips and falls. Put it back in towards James. She gets a touch on it, tries to cut back, and Ava Weeks picks it up. So Weeks will punt this one out. We'll flick on it from Sharp. And here come the Bobcats again. A little more continued pressure here from them the last couple moments.
Still not a lot of great scoring chances in the first 19 minutes of this contest. Both teams have only had one shot on frame. And they were both directly at the goaltender.
This part of the broadcast brought to you by Commercial Graphics, the official graphics partner of the Michigan Soccer Network. All the banners that you see at all the locations now across Michigan are part of our Commercial Graphics banner program. If you're looking for print, you're looking for graphics, you're looking for car wraps, and so much more, you can head over to comgraphics.com today. This is Weston, and she puts this ball up towards Childers. Great partner in Commercial Graphics. Tracy and Devin do a great job for us, and we're in the process of finalizing our banner that will be in our press boxes moving forward with the logos of local partners. If you're interested in being an advertiser with us on the network, whether that be commercial space, readouts like what we've just done, head over to MichiganSoccerNetwork.com, or you can email Jonathan@MichiganSoccerNetwork.com today. Oh, a ball in for James. That's a good ball.
Perfect touch by
James
Childers.
Weeks. James misses it near post.
Perfect pass by Kate Childers. She kind of threaded the needle down on the right side, and Grand Blanc just not enough of a shot to get on frame.
Someone asked me the other day, what is 15 years of marriage like, Dan? And I said it feels like it was just yesterday. My wife and I have a great relationship, and hey, trials and tribulations like every couple goes through over 15 years. But excited, we're going to be eating, like I said, eating our dinner at the restaurant or the hall we got married. I had the reception, which is pretty cool. My wife will argue because she didn't get the chance to have the full-fledged meal on her wedding day. They ran out of her food, so she had to have chicken tenders and french fries, like the kids' meals. So I said to her, I go, we have to order that again, Dan. We have to order her chicken tenders and french fries. I don't know if we can go with something different. I mean, tell me I'm wrong, moms and dads out there, but I feel like she should get chicken tenders and french fries again. I'm going to get, the steak that I had back 15 years ago.
We always seem to navigate about talking about food, but we don't seem to talk a lot about health food on the network.
A health food?
A lot about greasy spoons and plenty of candy, but
that's fair.
Favorite watering holes to go to after games?
That's fair. I think there's a lot of people out there talking about that already. I think we're good. The Yonker there. There's enough out there about my healthy food. I don't know if I need to add to the conversation, but Dana, my wife and I got married in Grosse Pointe at Our Lady of the Star, Our Lady of the Sea, I think it was called. I forget the name of the church.
Yeah, it used to be a girls' Catholic high school.
Yeah,
there
Our Lady of the Sea, I think it was called. Yeah, but we got married there in Grosse Pointe, and then we had our reception at Red Run Country Club in Royal Oak. And we'll be going back there. I'm not a member, so we had to get a sponsor to let us come in and join in and have that meal here on Friday night. At our reservations at 7 p.m. Exciting times.
So 15 years.
15 years.
For you and the missus.
For me and the missus. Ball goes here towards Whitmer, and she just came on as a substitute here a few moments ago. And this will go out on that far side. 24 minutes into this one, and still 0-0. Only the real opportunity coming from James here just a few moments ago. DeYonker. That's Whitmer. She can't come around on it. And that one's knocked out. So Athens has been a little more in possession in this game so far, Dan. They've gotten down here to the attacking third, but haven't really been able to find a way to create some goal-scoring opportunities.
Yeah, Grand Blanc's defensive four have been very solid, very well organized here in the first.
Ooh. Well, miscommunication there.
24 minutes.
So Luca will knock this one out towards midfield with a punt. Good head by Dombrowski.
Chances are at a premium, so scoring chances and possibly if there is any goals in this contest will be at a premium.
Ball given away. Now a counterattack here for the Bobcats. Looking up here for Weston, and that one will surely go out.
Grand Blanc holds a 2-1 shots advantage so far after nearly 25 minutes of play, but only one shot on frame per side.
That's right. And if it's your first time joining us on the network, we encourage the comments. If you want to reach out and talk about, daughters or granddaughters, sisters playing in this game, words of encouragement for the broadcasters, whatever you desire, we encourage it. We'll include it in the broadcast. We love comments. We love engaging with you, our viewer. One of the better parts of the reason why we do this. That one will go out for a corner. Good work there from Kate Childers, senior midfielder. And this is, I believe, their second corner of the game.
Second corner of the match. Indeed. We'll see if Grand Blanc can create a chance off this. Possibly can get an early, an advantage here in the first half.
We're going to see Anna Sabo take this one. James right there with Dombrowski in front of Ava Weeks. Back post, Madison Bloom. The Red Hawks, this ball comes in. Nice head, a touch.
Shoulders.
And that goes in. And the Bobcats up 1-0 here in the 26th.
Sabo laced that right in the middle of the box. Looked like Childers was able to get a head on it. Tucks it into the right goal post. Grand Blanc up 1-0 with 14:29 left here in the first half.
So Kate Childers gets the Bobcats on the board off the assist from number 20, Anna Sabo. Bobcats up 1-0. So the second opportunity of the match ends up with a goal for the Bobcats.
If you don't get a lot of chances to kind of the flow of play, you have to take advantage of the restarts. The Bobcats were definitely able to take that perfect slot ball right to about the 6-yard line. Childers headed it in, left no doubt. 1-0 Grand Blanc.
Yonker. There's Ray Buck. Now here come the Red Hawks. Good work. Plays it into Mendrick. Now a ball slotted in, looking for Whitmer. Didn't make it through. Patel. Looking for Meinzinger, and foul called. Reminder coming up here at the half. We will have the first half stats presented by Ali Live Sports, the official live stat provider of the Michigan Soccer Network for this high school girls soccer season. You can learn more about Ali Live Sports by downloading their app, Android, Google Play Store, or Apple Store. This part of the match brought to you by FC Barcelona. Camps coming this July 3rd through July 7th to the Legacy Sports Center in Brighton, Michigan. Academy coaches from the infamous and famous, both used words here, good words to use, Academy coaches from FC Barcelona to train your sons and daughters at Legacy Sports Center in Brighton. To learn more, head over to camps.fcbarcelona.us. And if you feel the need to sign them up, use the promo code FCBMSN and save $30 off registration.
Brian, it looks like boys lacrosse is done, just so you know. Eric, I'm staying back here for a bit because I got 3 girls that
Ooh, a collision there, and referee says shoulder to shoulder. So is this ball played by Sabo, who kept on, and now that's Raybuck, puts us in towards James, but Weeks will come out and pick it up.
So as we've talked about over various broadcasts this spring, last fall we did the All-State Dream Team Reveal Show. A couple days after the state finals, we held it here in Troy. Most of the Dream Team from around the state showed up with their parents and coaches. We unveiled a Mr. Soccer, and we will do the same here in, I believe, the Wednesday after the state finals.
June 21st, we're actually going to be putting the moniker up and the place card for YouTube and creating the link here this week, along with our pregame show that we'll be doing at the state finals on June 17th. So we're excited to do that. Some more exciting announcements coming here later this spring in regards to other things that you can do to support these high school girls soccer athletes. There's Whitmer. Cleared away. Well done there by number 13, Kendall Croteau. Now DeYonker looks to switch this. And that's one back. And this ball is put right back in towards Aluko, and she'll come up with it. That was Madison Bloom, I believe, took that shot. Now ball in for James. Dombrowski. Mendrick. Broken up by Croteau. So now here comes the Red Hawks and DeYonker. Oh, dispossessed. Good work there, defense, but Whitmer gets it back. Mendrick now. She'll look to fire one from distance, and that's going to be right there. An easy one for Aluko. Steve Besk coming with a comment. Which player are you watching, or what team are you supporting in tonight's match? It's a good question. I'm neutral in this one. What about you, Dan? You neutral as well?
Yeah, I'm actually friends with both coaching staffs and been around the sport a long time, many decades. And get a chance to have a lot of great conversations, a lot of great people in the soccer community from all over the state. But I had the pleasure of playing against Troy Athens coach Todd Hugh back in the 1980s.
My daughter did ask me here prior to this game. She said, what was it like that growing up in the 1900s? So I was going to ask you the same thing there, Dan. But it's just sad.
Hugh was part of the 1988 Final Four team for Troy Athens and their state championship team in 1989. I actually played for Rochester. Our seasons came to an end in the district rounds to Athens both years in a row. Both games went to multiple overtime periods.
Sounds about right.
And Athens was very good back then and still are today.
I actually played against Chris Purgatory back when he was at Rochester as a goalkeeper. That's when we played home and away. Not anymore in the red.
Yeah, they went away with that in the early 2000s. They decided that a lot of these schools end up playing each other in various districts as well, so they play each other once and gives you a chance to go out and schedule a lot of quality non-league opponents throughout the course of the season.
Lauren Lynn, look at this ball from McBride. Oh, inside for Whitmer, and that's blocked.
Graham Blank has done a great job. Every time that Athens gets the ball in open space, they are quick to close down any shot attempt or additional pass inside the box.
That was DeYonker that played that one into Whitmer. McBride doing good work there. This one's put now in towards Whitmer, and she gets a touch, but that goes just wide of that near post.
Looked like she was trying to flick it back into the box, but ran out of real estate there by the goalpost.
This part of the match brought to you by Basecamp Fitness of Troy. Basecamp Fitness Troy gets high intensity hit style workouts in just 35 minutes. Get maximum results in half the time. Basecamp Fitness Troy. Just ball outside here to James. Down by the end line. James looks to put this across, and that's out for a corner.
So third corner kick for the Bobcats. They were able to convert for the game's only goal. 14:29 left in the first half on a corner kick. Anna Sabo to Kate Childers. Childers put it in, so we'll see if Graham Blank can extend their lead on this restart.
So Sabo will take this kick once again here for the Bobcats. This ball played in. That's cleared away and off the head, I believe, of Whitmer. The flag will go up for offsides.
It's the first offsides flag of the evening for either side.
But actually the head on that one was Lulu Taki, who headed that out on that corner.
35th minute, we got Graham Blank over Troy Athens, 1-0 here in a battle of top 15 teams here in Division I. Two very successful programs dating back to the 1980s. Both these schools have a lot of league, district, regional championships, and Athens has a trio of state titles to go along with that.
Their last one back in 2000. I was a team manager on that team. That was when Tiffany
Laskowski was Miss Soccer in 2000.
That's right.
Went on to play for the Spartans at Michigan State.
Dombrowski wins it back. Up to DeYonker. McBride, a little touch. This is kind of where the Redhawks are struggling right now, is getting those connecting passes here in this middle third of the field. They've had moments at times of being dangerous in the attacking third when they've kind of outworked to get to a ball or that second attempt at a tackle. win a ball back. We just saw it here a moment ago. But really haven't had a lot of success here in the middle of the park. Is now Tacky on the ball 40 yards from goal.
Graham Blanc quick to clear, trying to get a counter.
Troy Athens is in the red kits going right to left on your screen, and Graham Blanc is in the white kits going left to right. Foul being called now. So 3.5 to play here in this first half. Again, coming up here halftime, we'll have halftime stats presented by Ali Live Sports, the official live stat provider of the Michigan Soccer Network. Have your first half summary of scoring as well. So far in this one, just one goal. Makes our summary really easy. And in just 2 weeks here from this past Saturday, we have our first Flint City AFC match. We're bringing to you live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. They welcome in Detroit City FC on the 20th.
Just about 2 minutes left in the first half. Graham Blanc still holding on to that 1-0 lead.
That's Tacky on the ball. Well, she's brought down. So a free kick coming up here about 30 yards from goal.
Both of these teams are fighting to get their number one seed in their respective districts.
That they are is...
Athens made a run to the Final 8 in the state last year before losing to Rochester. Graham Blanc, in rare fashion, was knocked out in the pre-district matchup last year.
This one right, put right towards Aluko. She gets a punch on it. Punches that away. There's Nicole Russell that took that kick for the Red Hawks. Ball comes to McBride, and she looks to put this one back in towards the box, and it's going to go out. So good opportunity there for the Red Hawks, just unable to capitalize on that chance. Score here still 1-0. Minute 10 to go here in half number 1. That was Niffen on the head there for the Red Hawks. It's now Childers. Scored the goal back in the 26th minute. Niffen will play this one back. Cleared up over midfield. Childers. 10 seconds to go. This half should end 1-0. And that's the end of the first half here. Dan, any thoughts here before we head to break?
Not a lot of total chances either side. The Graham Blanc did have the 3 corners. They were able to convert on the second one. We got a 1-0 Bobcats lead over the Red Hawks.
That we do. 1-0 here at the half off the 26-minute goal from number 5, Kate Childers, assisted by Anna Sabo, and that's where things stand. We'll be back here with first half stats after the break.
Thank you for stopping by the Michigan Soccer Network. To not miss out on any of the action, all you have to do is simply hit the subscribe button, and that way you're notified every time we bring new content or go live. Thanks for stopping by.
Don't just burn calories, torch those little suckers. Base Camp Fitness Troy opening up this March will help you get maximum results in half the time. Our intensity intervals of cardio and strength training will supercharge your calorie burn all in just 35 minutes. Make sure to lock in our founders rate and claim your 2-week risk-free trial by scanning the QR code on your screen. Base Camp Fitness Troy, located at 443 East Big Beaver Road in Troy, Michigan.
Clubs love Ollie because it helps them manage their club and accelerate the development of their coaches and players. Every soccer club talks about their focus on development, but nobody actually measures it until now. We've developed the capability for every one of your teams to easily capture pro-level game stats in real time using a mobile phone. It's one thing at the end of the day to look up the results for your club, but how valuable would it be for directors to actually see how each team played? How well did a team possess the ball and control the game? How well did they create dangerous chances inside the box? How did your top players perform? And how is each coach improving from week to week? Ollie provides this powerful data through a club dashboard that shows club results and lets you drill down into any game or player. Ollie also includes team and club management that lets you communicate instantly with coaches, parents, and players, and lets directors see every club event so they can easily coordinate visits to matches and training sessions. It's got everything you need in one simple app. Reach out to us to get your club started today.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Welcome back here into Troy Athens High School here on this Monday night. It's halftime. It's 1-0 here at the half. And so far, it's exactly what we expected. We expected a hard-fought match. We didn't necessarily expect a very high-scoring affair. Obviously, we've seen high-scoring affairs from both of these teams. You got a team in Grand Blanc that's scored 57 goals so far this season, now 58, and they've only allowed 10. It's I think actually it's 8. But you look at that, and that's a lot. But they're also that's some of the teams they played against, they scored 15 goals, they scored 20 goals in some games. I think they scored 21.
They scored 15 goals.
Yeah,
against, Carmen Ainsworth, which is way down this year.
That might be a factor in all this. But let's take a look here at the first half stats here, presented by Ollie Live Sports, and you can see right there. In total, 7 shots between the two teams, 4 for the Redhawks, 3 for Grand Blanc. Shots on target, 4-2. And what you see right now in the Bobcats is what they're able to do. Well, they're able to execute. They've had less opportunities, less on target, but they have found a way on the lower amount of opportunities to put it in the back of the net. Corners 3, and that one corner was all that mattered. As we saw Kate Childers get a head on it and put it in the back of the net off that corner from Anna Sabo in the 26th minute. Fouls are 1 apiece. Saves 4-1 in favor of the Bobcats and Mercia Luca. And there are your first half stats presented by Ollie Live Sports. And we're going to head to commercial. 6 minutes left in this halftime. You're watching High School Girls Soccer live right now on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Got a good one here, 1-0. Favorite Grand Blanc of the Bobcats. We'll be back.
Our mission is to help players take their game to the next level and reach their potential. We help players develop fundamental technical skills such as ball control in tight spaces, dribbling at speed and changing direction, using a variety of 1v1 skills, receiving and finishing from different situations such as volleys, headers, one touch, and off the dribble, with and without pressure. In addition, we help players increase their speed of play, dominate with their off-the-ball movement, awareness of space, defenders, and teammates. We offer a variety of services such as one-on-ones, small groups, as well as large groups and team sessions. We have an experienced coaching staff that is professional, friendly, patient, while still holding players to high standards and holding them accountable. Over the past 3 years, we've built one of the best soccer-specific training facilities in the country. We've also developed one of the most detail-oriented training programs to help out players. No matter what level you're at as a player, I'm confident we can help you get better. For more information, visit our website, evolutionperformancetraining.com, or text or call 248-818-3943.
Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in!
The kind of forgotten pillar, right, of sports, right, where like we always talk about it. We always say that the mental edge is the difference because everyone's, athletic, technical, tactical at a certain level, but we don't actually spend a ton of time on it necessarily, right? So kind of talk to me about that. Do you feel like I can see there being huge benefits to all the kids and all the families from a just socialization and collective mental health standpoint with these conversations, and then also a
Are you looking to grow here in 2023? Let the Michigan Soccer Network help you and your restaurant fill more seats. Help you and your law firm get new clients. Help you and your dental practice find more patients. Find more roofing customers this upcoming summer. And to help you and your medical practice find new patients. To learn more or get started, visit MichiganSoccerNetwork.com.
I'm a husband. I'm a father.
I'm a sister.
I'm a son. I'm a brother.
I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a referee.
I'm a referee.
I am a referee.
I'm a referee.
We welcome you back here into Troy Athens High School here in Troy, Michigan. Alongside my broadcast partner, Dan Stickat, I'm John Turner. And excited to have you along here for the ride as we bring you back into our press box here, Dan. And
I'm proud to be part of the Dynamite duo up here in the press box tonight. A plethora and wealth of soccer knowledge.
Well, I would say yes, as we put our names there on the screen. But, Dan, we talk about this a lot. It's a tale of two halves. It's been that way all season long. I can't tell you how many times we've gone into a game where at the halftime, we're like, wow, that, okay. And then the second half, it's like as if the rails fall off or something like we saw last night in the UPSL game, down 1-0 where the Nationals, 3 unanswered goals, they win the game 3-1. And it wasn't like they weren't trying in the first half. They made some adjustments, some good adjustments. They came back in that one and won it. But we've seen it time and time again in the high school season. We saw it against the Troy Athens versus Troy High game, right? In that game, Troy Athens was not, their first half was not, and they scored 3 goals in the second half to go up 4-1, 1-1 at half. Dakota game, we saw that Dakota game. It was 0-0 at half. They won 1-0 in the second half. So a lot more soccer here. 40 minutes to go here in this game, and anything can happen.
Yeah, we'll see kind of adjustments both coaching staffs made. They're both missing one of the leading goal scorers. Addison Thomas is out tonight for Grand Blanc, and Amanda Leonard, the third Leonard sister to play for Troy Athens here in the last decade, is also out as well. So that takes away, someone on both sides that can score and set other teammates up on the attack. So other players both sides are going to have to step up. And for Athens, they've had 4 chances, but all 4 of those shots were outside the box. They need to find a way to put a shot not just on frame, but a little bit closer than that and towards the corner.
That they do is we will be starting the second half here in just a few moments. Again, 1-0 here off that 26th-minute goal from Kate Childers on the corner from Anna Sabo, the captain. 2 seniors, one of 6 seniors on this team. 6 juniors there, Dan, and
Athens.
5 sophomores, a couple freshmen.
Athens will be very well set up for next year. This is a year where Rochester and Rochester Stony Creek are senior-laden teams, but Troy Athens and Rochester Adams, a pair of ranked squads, are kind of young, and they'll both return over 75% of the roster next year, as long as there's not a bunch of defections to the Girls Academy or ECNL. But projected-wise, both those teams should be in the hunt for a league championship next year.
That they should, and something that we didn't do in the first half, but you know what, we'll do it here in the second half, Dan. We'll put the rankings here for this week. We'll have that ticker going at the bottom of your screen here in just a moment. We did it last night in game, and since this is a high school matchup, we'll do it again here in this one as well. We'll push this one right down there at the bottom of your screen, and there they are. Those are your rankings, the top 15 teams from across the state here for each division, Division 1 through 4. Those are your top 60 teams from across the state.
Division 1, 2, and 4 teams have not lost just this season. Hudsonville's ranked 3rd. They lost their opener to Portage Central, Final Four team last year. Have not lost since. And Troy Athens and Rochester are heading west this weekend, and they will play Hudsonville and Holland West Ottawa, which broke into the rankings first time maybe ever in their school history. They're going to do a little showcase out there, so there'll be 4 top 15 teams, each getting 2 games in. So Rochester will play West Ottawa and Hudsonville, and then Athens will do the same.
And there we are. We're back here for the second half as we push the scoreboard back onto your screen. It's 1-0 here, and again, in the red kids going left to right on your screen will be the Athens Red Hawks, and in the all-white kits going right to left on your screen will be Grand Blanc Bobcats. As like it has been every single night that we cover games, it might start off like a little warmer and then gets a lot colder. Starting to feel that cold air coming through as Dombrowski plays it up now. Now DeYonker on the ball. Some adjustments. You can see those adjustments already as Dombrowski's playing higher. Now DeYonker puts it top of the 18 for Dombrowski. She tries to cut it back, and she doesn't get the touch she wants, and now here comes the Bobcats. Oh, good defensive play. I believe that was Russell. It was. Into Mendrick. Ball slotted, and I'm going off for a goal kick. First time joining us, all we ask is that you hit that subscribe button. That's your way of showing how much you love us. We don't actually know who subscribes in most cases, so I can't give the love back per se. But we do appreciate it nonetheless, because we are the official home here of the Michigan High School Soccer Coaches Association rankings. Present those every Sunday, whether we're in game or not. As DeYonker will look to fire one, that's blocked. And then Sharp gets a touch. And cleared away. So we're seeing a little more fire here out of the Red Hawks to start this second half. A little more urgency, as that should be a foul.
So Troy Athens is going east for their district this year, and Utica Ford, which was in the Romeo district with all those ranked schools last year, is joining the Red Hawks in their district. So Athens is not with Troy, so they should have some competition from Utica Ford. And there's a couple other decent teams over in Macomb County as well.
Utica Ford, who won the white last year. I haven't looked at their rankings or where they're at this year. They started off pretty hot, but I know they lost to Fraser They've had a couple other losses this season, but
they kind of bounced around. All 6 of those teams. That's one of those conferences that has no idea who's going to win that league. All 6 teams are mathematically still in the race.
The OA White still yet to be decided. My understanding is that there's the half point decides right now between the top 3 teams. I think you got Berkeley, you've got Oxford, and
Birmingham Seaholm had a slight point lead over Oxford, the defending champs. However, Lake Orion and Berkeley drew last week, so I believe Berkeley is mathematically out of, even though they're having a very good year, very good record. They will not be able to win the OA White this year.
So his ball is cleared up towards midfield. That's York on the ball. She loses it. Good work from Waldron.
Hats off to West Bloomfield. They only won 2 games last year and returned most of their school. Got a couple of girls' academy players to come out for the high school team this season, and they ran away with the OA Blue Division Championship this season, going undefeated. So first conference champion for West Bloomfield in quite some time.
9 votes in total now here. Troy Athens, 44%. Grand Blanc at 56% in favor of winning this game as this ball drops top of the 18 and put right back in. Oh, to Yonker. Not a bad touch. Little pick there. It's a ball inside. Now it's Delia. Delia will go down, and that is a penalty shot. That's the right call.
She went to take the shot and was completely bladed from behind, so Athens has a chance to try to net an equalizer here. We're down to 35-50 here in the second half.
So a big opportunity here for the Red Hawks. Well, it looks as though this is Dombrowski that's going to step up to this one. Dombrowski is a junior defender midfielder for the Red Hawks. She steps up, and she puts that over a diving Aluka, and we have a 1-1 game. So a goal scored here in the 45th minute. So handed Dombrowski, unassisted. On the PK is back underway here.
She got a hold of that shot. She laced it just inside the left goal post and kind of high.
And Aluka, she went the right way. She guessed right. If you want to call it guessing, whatever you want to call it, but went the right way. Just too much pace. And if you're good at taking penalties, we've talked about this many times. I come from the school of thought that penalty shots are like taking free throws. If you practice it enough in muscle memory, the goalkeeper does not matter. Just put the ball where you trust and go from there. As a foul just called here against the Bobcats. But that's my school of thought on this as a former coach, as a player who was a goalkeeper. If a player could place the ball right where they needed to at the right pace, I was never going to get there. And if you can do that as a player, I'm telling you that goes a long way towards solidifying victories in key moments, especially in playoff games where penalty shots are part of the process. So a foul coming up here. Russell will take this for the Red Hawks. This whole idea that, you got to make a goalkeeper fake or all that kind of stuff or just play it up the middle, those things are I think, limit your abilities to have higher success rates. As Russell puts this one in far post. Not a bad ball. Ahead on that by Emerson, and that goes out for a goal kick.
So Troy Athens, and that's the equalizer. They are definitely the aggressor here in the second half. Grand Blanc has yet to take a shot.
Oh, and this ball will go back to Aluka, and that's an easy one for her. Redhawks in possession here towards midfield, and ball played up. Tied up was DeYonker. Down into the 18, and sometimes it's hard to read a 6 versus an 8, Dan. I don't know if you notice that or not, but sometimes it's hard to read numbers. You know, it's like, and to be fair, you know, Athens and the Bobcats have great numbers on their jerseys tonight, so we commend them for not having a red on a red or a white on a white. You know, you can't read them. And like Eisenhower, we love going to Eisenhower and calling those matches, but their uniforms are so hard to read. They do not talk to people in the press box about those decisions when making jersey decisions.
I always tell the story, and it has to do with Troy Athens, actually. Back when I played in the late 80s, Athens used to have these diagonal, like Italian tablecloth uniforms with white and red checkers. But they would have small yellow letters or numbers on the back of the jerseys. So a coach would be like, hey, mark up number 6. I go, I can't tell which one's 6. You can't read them. Standing right next to him. And it was one of those classic Tim Source things where he did that on purpose.
Now James, this ball is shot, and that's first opportunity there for Ashley Miller. Anna Blake taking that shot.
Teams are trying to boost up their NPR, try to get a number 1 seed in their districts, which start less than 3 weeks away.
2 weeks. 2 weeks from 2 weeks and 2 days.
Okay, it's coming up quick.
Out to James on this near side.
Grand Blanc will play in the Clarkston district this year. Clarkston, another member of the OA Red Division. Oxford's in there. Oxford is honorable mention in the rankings. They're trying to defend their OA White Division championship. Flushing had some mixed results this year. They're one of the better teams in the Flip Metro League.
All played in Dabrowski.
Lapeer is in there as well.
Let's go to the top here for Delia and try to run onto it out of touch. This part of the match brought to you by Doug Steiner. The real estate market can be messy and confusing. When to buy, when to sell. Home inspections, appraisals, all of it. If you're looking to buy or sell, call or text or email Doug Steiner of Century 21 Campbell today. He will help guide you through the process from start to finish. You can call 248-765-1781 or go to email dougsteiner@gmail.com. Delia, that deflects right to DeYonker. It's a good deflection. Sometimes the ball will just drop right at your feet and give you an opportunity. There's a little shove there. Now they're going to say a foul here. Crowd here not happy. Then I just realized this, but all of my kids left, and now we have to take all the signs down. That's the downside of the help when they leave. So a free kick coming up here for the Red Hawks. That's Russell that will take this. Ball comes in down on the ground, up towards the 12 and cleared away. Madison Bloom will go up for it for the Red Hawks. Put this one back in. Ooh, almost bounced right, luckily there, to DeYonker.
.12 in. Not a lot of chances in this second half. Athens has a 2-1 shot advantage. Both teams one shot on frame, but Athens was able to net that equalizer. We're at a 1-1 draw here with 28:07 still to play.
Athens has one draw on the season so far. They're 10-2-1 coming into this game. Grand Blanc has yet to tie a game. They're 10-2. 9-0 in the SVC. Saginaw Valley Conference. Red Hawks are 4-1-2 in the OAA Red. Only loss coming to Rochester. I believe they tied Adams and tied Clarkston.
Yeah, a lot of close, a lot of quality teams in the OAA Red and the OAA White this year.
So a free kick coming up here for the Bobcats. Those are your Week 8 rankings at the bottom of your screen. Those are the top 15 teams from all 4 divisions coming across in the ticker. And Asaba, who already has an assist tonight, putting this one in. That ball is well wide of its target. Every Sunday we bring you the high school rankings. Now this Sunday is Mother's Day, so it's not my day. It's my wife's and my mom's day. So depending upon what time we get out of all the festivities, we'll decide whether or not we'll have a show, right, Dan?
Yeah, I'll have some festivities to go to earlier in the day on Sunday.
We should bring that show to you live on Sunday night. DeYonker on the ball. Good speed on the outside. Gets to the edge. Cuts it back. She's got Mendrick. Well, she had Mendrick top of the 18. That one's going to kind of deflect towards Mendrick. Put back in the box, and Oluka will come up with it. So 26 minutes to go here in this second half. 1-1 is the score. Goal in the 26th minute. Kate Childers, and a goal in the 45th minute from Hannah Dombrowski, and that's where this game stands. I'm John Turner, Dan Stickrat here on the call tonight. Live here from Troy, Athens, and the Red Hawks in Troy, Michigan. Childers fights there with Waldron. And a ball. That's not a bad-looking ball. Out comes Ashley Miller.
We talk about Kate Childers did not play high school ball until this season. She's signed and set to go off to the University of Minnesota. She was playing with Nationals Girls Academy. And there's always the discussion about when players come back to the high school game, if they take a year off, or if they've never played and they play as a senior, how that affects like the all-state balloting. And it's happened before where a player didn't play in the previous years and they end up winning Mr. Soccer or Miss Soccer. And Kate Childers is definitely one of those players that a lot of coaches around the state really like. There's a few others that never played high school until this season. Olivia Thomas at Division IV top-ranked Grosse Pointe Woods University Liggett. She's going to North Carolina. She's helped her team the number 1 ranking there, scoring in bunches. You got Jocelyn Harima over at Caledonia. Southeast of Grand Rapids. Caledonia is ranked 14th in Division I, and she's going to the University of Kansas. So there's 3 players right there that might end up on the dream team that never played high school ball, but they are having a massive impact on their high school team, and they're only high school season.
That's a good tackle right there. I believe that was Skylar Emerson making that run up on that left side. As I always say, Dan is the encyclopedia when it comes to high school soccer here in the state of Michigan. He knows everything when it comes to high school soccer. Both
I don't know everything.
I would put
I
you
do
up
a little bit of homework, though.
I'd put you up against anybody else in the state of Michigan. Can you? What's the name for that show? Can you beat Stick? You know.
You know, back in the
Beat the Stick. There we go.
You remember back in the 1990s, there used to be a program on. It was Rock and Roll Jeopardy.
Oh.
And I remember sitting around one day. It went away in the early 2000s, but it was around for a decade or so. But I remember sitting there with a couple of buddies once on a Saturday morning, and I watched an episode, and I got all but one question right. And I'm like, I should do this. But never did.
This part of the match brought to you by George's Soccer Supply. George's Soccer Supply has been around since 1978. Your source for all your soccer needs for over 40 years. They're located right here in Troy, Michigan, on Rochester Road between 16 and 17 Mile. Team replica jerseys and team orders and so much more. You can head over to georgiasoccer.com or head into the store on Rochester Road at 16 Mile and 16 and 17 Mile Road in Troy. Make sure you do. When you say MSN 10, you'll save 10% off your order at Georgia Soccer Supply. There's a free kick coming in here now for the Red Hawks.
Yeah, about 40 yards out. Let's see if they can put one on the box here and get an opportunity.
The ball will come in, kind of go through everybody, a touch on it, and popped up. That was Blake. They got a touch. That one deflects, and that's Emerson looking for DeYonker. And now that will go out here for a throw-in. So the pressure here from the Red Hawks continues. Really haven't seen a lot of an attack out of the Bobcats at all here in this second half. So Bloom will throw this in. Remember, tomorrow morning, highlights from this game will be available on our YouTube channel. So far, just really a couple highlights. Sometimes we don't get highlights.
There has been a lot of chances in this game. We are a 1-1 draw here with 22:10 left. 10 total shots between these two sides.
Well, good ball up the top, and that's Waldron. A little heavy on the pass, looking there for Sharp. Mendrick settles it down, looks to go up over that back line. DeYonker will look to run onto this. Emerson's right there for the Red Hawks. Dan, in a game like this, when a team is number 6 ranked, number 12 ranked team in the state, you know, if an Athens loses in a game like this, what does that do for the rankings? Do they move down? Do they move up? I mean, does Grand Lake move up? I mean, we've seen top 10 teams and top 15 teams play each other.
It's hard to say because both teams are missing one key player. There's so many good teams in Division I. You looked at the rankings. Outside the top 15, there was about 20 schools listed as honorable mention this week. There's just so many quality teams. So will it have a major effect if either team wins this game? Not necessarily. Teams might move an inch or so up and down the ranking bar, but.
So Mendrick.
But there still is a handful of schools that have not lost the contest.
Sharp. Will she take a shot? She will, and that's blocked. Dombrowski, who scored the goal here back in the 45th. Longtime athletic director here at Troy Athens High School, Robert Dowd, retiring here at the end of this school year. His first year, I believe, was back in 1996. That's my first year. I was a freshman. I started my freshman year. He came in as the athletic director. He's been here since 1996. He's leaving here in 2023. A big member and a big supporter of high school soccer. Also a huge fan of lacrosse. I think lacrosse is his.
He's just been a great supporter of high school sports in general. He came over from Detroit Country Day.
He did.
He was assistant athletic director, assistant football coach there. Big supporter of lacrosse. That's one one of his favorite sports. But Bob has always been around. He goes to, he attends, every single sport. You'll see Bob Dowd in the stands. And after this school year, he had talked about maybe trying to get back in potentially being an assistant football coach again at some school here in the Detroit area. And he might just completely move away from athletics, but it's in his blood.
You said he was thinking about doing what in the Detroit school?
He had talked about maybe trying to get back on as an assistant coach with football.
Oh, okay.
For a couple of years, just for fun.
Ball put across. Dianca was there. Now McBride, and she'll try to put this back far post. Emerson there for the Red Hawks, and now that's cleared up by Croteau. No, he's just, like I said, a huge supporter, and he will surely be missed here in the athletic director community here in Oakland County and across the state. I know there are some big shoes to fill. I know they have, I believe we do have, they have mentioned and talked about who they have hired. We will not address that on this broadcast. We will save that for another day. Let's just say, Dan, it's big. Do you know?
I do not know.
Oh, Dan doesn't even know. Oh, Dan knows everything. Stump the Dan. That's what it is. Stump the Dan. That might be a good one to call. Bob Down making a catch on that far side actually just now. Bob Down, infamous for wearing shorts and all weather. Doesn't matter. He'll wear shorts any day of the week. Doesn't matter how cold or how hot it is. He will wear shorts.
He's been known to wear those fluorescent lime green
shoes,
Crocs with no socks out. End of March, where at soccer and lacrosse matches where it's 33 degrees out and raining, and Bob's standing there with no socks on and his Crocs, but in shorts.
Dianca still fighting. And call a foul there on the Bobcats and against Lauren Lynch. But yeah, no, I do remember early in his career when he first started at Athens, he was around wearing a shirt and a tie. He did do that. And then I think somewhere in the last 20 years, it was like, hey, I'm going to be comfortable. And that he has is Nicole Russell will put this one in here for the Red Hawks. It's a dangerous opportunity about 25 yards from goal. This was a good ball. Out comes Aluka. Collision. That is not a good collision. Two players down. Aluka, one of them. Another player down.
So Grand Blanc's goalie stood up, and an Athens player is still on the ground. Couldn't tell who it was.
Yeah, that collision was, I'm not sure. We heard someone in the crowd saying yellow card, but both players going for the ball there. Aluka came out. She got a punch on it, and they both ran into each other. And those are those dangerous balls that as a goalkeeper and as a player you're always worried about.
She came down on that shoulder.
She did, and they're taking a look at her right now. Again, we don't know who's down. I can look at the players spaced on over there who's still standing up. It could be Emerson. I don't see 8. I see Dianca over there. So it could be Skylar Emerson who's down right now.
She's up. Maybe the wind just knocked out of her a little bit.
Nope, it's Mendrick. So Mendrick was the one that got knocked down. But it's good to see her up and moving around. That's always a good sign. That collision, those are the kind of collisions that just, again, Dan, are really scary for both goalkeepers and for field players. Because those in-swingers can create havoc.
Yeah, and a lot of times it's the field player gets the worst of those collisions. Goalies are usually, in most cases, tall athletes, physically strong athletes, and
But Aluka came out, and again, I'm not sure who was yelling for a yellow card. If it was a parent from Bobcats or a parent from the Red Hawks, but I don't know what they saw there that we didn't. Both. It was nothing about that was malicious. Aluka came out, she won the ball clear and clean.
And the recipient of that, Mendrick, she got the brunt of that one, unfortunately. But that's what happens in those plays. And that's what goalies train for. They train for those moments where those collisions could happen. Right. And you know what? That's their job to protect themselves. And nothing about what Mendrick did there seemed malicious either. So it's just part of the game. And here come the Red Hawks.
We were talking about, goalkeepers with a physical presence back when you played. I believe it was Birmingham Brother Ice had, was it Chris Timlin?
Yeah.
He was about 6'4", 6'5", built like a truck. You did not want to collide with that guy, going up for a head ball in the box.
Nope, and hey, it's something I trained as a goalkeeper all the time, how to protect myself. And I was, a lot of times I go in face first in the cleats looking to go out on a breakaway, and that people would slide tackle into you all the time. It kind of goes both ways, and as a goalkeeper too, making sure you take care of your penalty, your area, which is your 6-yard box was mine. It's McBride now down by the end line. She can't keep it on now for a goal kick, but it's something that goalkeepers train for, and it's hard to train a field player for that kind of collision, with a goalkeeper, because you don't want to put players and goalkeepers in those moments during training sessions. So a lot of times they're uncalculated. They're moments where just chaos can happen when you put a ball in a box like that, and that's why in playoff matches and in close games like this, then that's how games are won and lost, is chaotic moments where a ball is played in the box, a goalkeeper misreads it, or whatever the case might be, and next thing you know, back of the net.
Yeah, you get a deflection, someone takes a shot, deflects off the back of a leg and squirts into the corner of the net, kind of a goal mouth scrum. Sometimes that's what it takes to win a game between two very good teams.
And we've seen it time and time again, and again, this game kind of has that kind of playoff kind of feel to it, where you got two teams who are, wanting to get some success here on the pitch. The two top-ranked teams in the top 15 in the state. It's a tie game right now. 14 and a half to go, and some displeasure from the crowd over that call. So Russell put another one in. This one, another good ball, and cleared away. Not out of danger is Waldron.
Graham Blake has done a great job, though, of nullifying some of these restarts into the box.
That they are. Now here come the Bobcats and James. Waldron wins that battle now for a throw-in with 13:40 to go here in this second half. We appreciate you stopping by. If you're just joining us here, goals in the 26th minute from Kate Childers from Grand Blanc and the Bobcats, and then a penalty shot from Hannah Dabrowski notched this one up one apiece. And that's where we stand. Currently seeing the rankings from the top 15 teams from across the state. This shot low, deflected, and now Childers will look to turn. Childers keeps fighting, and then back to James, and saved there by Miller. Another shot from Sabo that goes up and over. So some pressure there from the Bobcats. Goes out for a goal kick. Best opportunity.
Best chance of the second half for Grand Blanc. They had only had one shot the entire half. That was almost a point-blank range shot. Not able to convert, but you can see when Childers is in the final third of the field what she can do.
Yeah, you saw that James, and you saw Sabo. You saw three key players in this game so far for the Bobcats involved in that last play. As now this ball, Deonker looked to run on it. She tries to cut it back. And good work defensively from Raybuck. But yeah, James has been dangerous all night here for the Bobcats. Childers scored the goal back in the 26th minute off the assist from Anna Sabo. So the three players on the pitch for the Bobcats who've had really their best games were all involved in that play here a few moments ago.
Yeah, Karina Raybuck for Grand Blancs had a great job. She's their center back, kind of organizing the back four, and they're very quick to erase some of these throw-ins and restarts into the box. Athens has only had 5 shots on frame in this half, or in the contest overall. Grand Blanc has had 4 shots on frame, and we're at a 1-1 tie here with 11:15 still to play in the second half.
So James now down, puts this one across, and Madison Bloom gets a touch on it. Shoulders right there. Plays it to Sabo, top of the 18. She cuts back. Well, she looked to fire one. That's deflected and blocked. Oh, and that's a tackle if you see one. That should be a foul. Welcome to football here on this Monday night. It looks as though Hendrick is being checked for concussion protocol on the other side. She was just checked there. Now it looks like she's sitting back down for the Redhawks. But it looks like she's actually good to go. I think she's going to come back in, and she is. So athletic trainer here gave her the thumbs up, or else she wouldn't be able to come back in. Let's talk about that for a second, Dan, because we haven't had a lot of chance to talk about that this season. But there's a process when a player, there's a collision and there's a potential head injury. And what they do is the athletic trainer, at the beginning of the year, the players go through a test. I think it's on a computer where it's done from memory, and they do these different tests to find out whether a player, what their cognitive responses are in regards to athletics. And what ends up happening is a player is if they think they have a concussion on the sideline, they will go through that process of testing out some cognitive aspects and making sure they're okay. If they clear, they can come back on the field. If they are not cleared, then they will go back through that cognitive process of the test of that computer again in order to come back on the field. So as now another foul was just called just outside the 18.
Fouls are starting to add up on Grand Blanc. That's their 8th foul of the second half, and
you can tell that
Athens has a great opportunity just outside on.
Raybuck not happy with that call, and see Raybuck and Sabo standing there for the Bobcats. Referee pointing to his whistle saying that this kick will not start until you hear my whistle. Walking him off 10, and you can hear a fan saying put the ball in the net for the Redhawks blue. It's just, as Russell now will put this one far post. A well-struck ball off the post, and that's in. Believe that was, they saying Lauren DeYonker got the goal. But Athens up 2-1.
Nicole Russell just outside the box puts it right to the 6, and DeYonker heads home, her team-leading 15th
We're
tally
getting
of the
clarification
season.
about that goal. I don't know if it was DeYonker or not, but the goal coming here in the 72nd minute. They're going to credit, number 6, assisted by number 15. That goal coming in the 72nd minute, so Troy Athens up here 2-1.
Troy Athens only 2 shots on frame in the second half. Both have found their way into the back of the net, so they're up here. 72nd minute, 2-1 over Grand Blanc. We talked early in the game about chances at a premium. There has not been a ton of chances on either side, but Athens was awarded that free kick on the right side just outside the box, and they were able to capitalize. Beautiful header by DeYonker. Like I said, 15th goal of the season.
Lauren DeYonker is confirmed, looking at the replay to confirm. It is confirmed she did get that goal, assisted by Nicole Russell. Another beautiful ball from Russell played in. She's had a number of those. Just create some dangerous opportunities, and now the Redhawks on up here 2-1 off of that 72nd minute goal from Lauren DeYonker.
And a beautiful goal it was. I mean, she hit that ball off the post. So, very good goal. And no doubt, Dan, that one went in. We've been in games where we don't know if the ball goes in sometimes. We saw a header last night where the ball went through the net. Didn't know that even counted. I would be out for a goal kick. This part of the match brought to you by Ali Live Sports, the official live stat provider of the Michigan Soccer Network and the high school girls season. To learn more about Ali Live Sports, you can download their app at the Android Google Play Store or the Apple Store. Team management, team communication, live stat tracking, and much more. Ali Live Sports, the official live stat tracker of the Michigan Soccer Network. Are you proud of me, Dan? I got all of them. Well, that's a little shove. Are you proud of me? I got all the reads in tonight. All of them. I guess he's not proud of me. He didn't hear me, so.
You always do a great job of making sure they all get in.
So another free kick here coming for the Red Hawks.
Good number of advertisers with the Michigan Soccer Network. Hopefully more to come.
Oh, we are. As this ball somehow finds way to Mendrick. Puts us in for DeYonker. She gets to look like a touch. DeYonker rebound, and out comes Aluka and just takes out two players. It's another, kind of an aspect of being a goalkeeper. Is coming out. You might take out some players along the way. Remember Ryan Humphrey. Ryan Humphrey, a player I played with at Athens.
I remember
Unbelievable player. Ryan Humphrey passed away here a number of years ago from cancer, and it's a long, hard-fought battle of cancer. I ran through him my senior year as DeYonker puts this one into the box, and I actually cracked a rib along the way. Took him out completely. So that was in a district playoff game right here against Utica Eisenhower back in 1999, Dan. 24 years ago. It was DeYonker's
trying to remember if I was at that game or not. Thousands and thousands of games I've sat through, so.
So 4:27 to go. Remaining in this match as the Red Hawks continue their pressure. Again, we've only seen really one promising attack here in the second half from the Bobcats. That was the combination between James and Sabo and Childers. Sabo ended up knocking one up over the field goal uprights. I might go out for a corner. And it did. So a corner kick coming up here for the Red Hawks.
Just their second of the game, second of the half. And yeah, Grand Blanc, they had 3 shots within about a minute span there of the second half, unable to capitalize, and now they find themselves down 2-1 late.
So ball coming in here from a touch. Back to McBride, and she puts this one into the 6. And right now you're just seeing it looks, and this is from my perception, it looks as though the Red Hawks are playing a little harder and going for the ball a little harder in these moments, these 50-50 balls. We've seen it time and time again throughout the night tonight. I'm not saying that they're working harder than the Bobcats, but they, in those moments, those 50-50 moments, they are winning those battles, and that's the difference maker right now here, Dan, in this game. Is James now cuts inside. She's 30 yards from goal. Makes its way to Sabo. And they're going to call her offsides.
Offsides flag went up.
Yeah, you come back from that offsides position, and now we're 3 minutes to play. I'm looking at this. I mean, yep, she wasn't an offside. Well, it was close. I was looking at this.
Got a breakaway
now,
opportunity.
That's an opportunity, and That one is buried for the Red Hawks. That's DeYonker once again, and now it's 3-1.
Coming off a steal, she broke in 1v1 on the keeper and got to the top of the 18, put it away. 2:24 left, 3-1 Athens. And that is definitely what you would call an insurance tally here late.
So a 79th minute goal for Lauren DeYonker, and the Red Hawks now have a 3-1 lead. We talked about this again, Dan, at halftime, a tale of two halves. A tale of two halves, 3 unanswered goals here in this second half, and the Red Hawks are in command of this game, and that might just be the nail in the coffin here on this Monday night.
Graham Blanket did a great job of quickly clearing the ball, but a breakdown in the backfield, costly mistake, and now they'll have to try to find a way to score twice here in the last.
So Lauren DeYonker with a brace here in this one. Lauren Lynch. Ball given to Dabrowski now. McBride.
So down to $1.10 here in the second half. Looks like Troy Athens is going to escape with a non-conference victory of 2 top 15 teams here in Division I. This should help their MPR.
This ball is played up, and that's Waldron. Childers will take a shot. That blocked by Waldron. Played back to Lauren Lynch. Now Lynch will take a shot, and that one, Dragolki would want that one all day long.
So down the last 25 seconds left, non-conference game. We have a big one coming up Wednesday night for the OAA Red Division Championship. Rochester versus Rochester Stony Creek, a couple top 5 teams. There will be a lot of key matchups coming up on the network here the next few weeks as we're getting closer and closer to the postseason.
And that will be the end of this one. And the final score will be 3-1 here in favor of the Red Hawks. 3 unanswered goals here in this second half, and that is your final score. Don't go anywhere. We'll come back here. We'll have final stats here in this one. We've been watching high school girls soccer live on the Michigan Soccer Network. We'll be back here in just a minute.
Our mission is to help players take their game to the next level and reach their potential. We help players develop fundamental technical skills such as ball control in tight spaces, dribbling at speed and changing direction, using a variety of 1v1 skills, receiving and finishing from different situations such as volleys, headers, one touch, and off the dribble, with and without pressure. In addition, we help players increase their speed of play, dominate with their off-the-ball movement, awareness of space, defenders, and teammates. We offer a variety of services such as one-on-ones, small groups, as well as large groups and team sessions. We have an experienced coaching staff that is professional, friendly, patient, while still holding players to high standards and holding them accountable. Over the past 3 years, we've built one of the best soccer-specific training facilities in the country. We've also developed one of the most detail-oriented training programs to help out players. No matter what level you're at as a player, I'm confident we can help you get better. For more information, visit our website, evolutionperformancetraining.com, or text or call 248-818-3943.
Now Worrell has a good cutback from him. He'll fire one, and that's going to go in!
the kind of forgotten pillar, right, of sports, right, where like we always talk about it. We always say that the mental edge is the difference because everyone's, athletic, technical, tactical at a certain level, but we don't actually spend a ton of time on it necessarily, right? So, kind of talk to me about that. Do you feel like I can see there being huge benefits to all the kids and all the families from a just socialization and collective mental health standpoint with these conversations, and then also a
Are you looking to grow here in 2023? Let the Michigan Soccer Network help you and your restaurant fill more seats. Help you and your law firm get new clients. Help you and your dental practice find more patients. Find more roofing customers this upcoming summer. And to help you and your medical practice find new patients. To learn more or get started, visit MichiganSoccerNetwork.com.
I'm a husband. I'm a father.
I'm a sister.
I'm a son. I'm a brother.
I'm a daughter. I'm a sister.
I'm a referee.
I'm a referee.
I am a referee.
I'm a referee.
Welcome back here into Troy Athens High School, where we just completed this number 6 Troy Athens versus number 12 ranked Grand Blanc in the Bobcats. 3-1 the final score. Dan, we look at it this, again. We talk about tale of two halves. In the first half, the 26th minute, Kate Childers from Anasabo gets Grand Blanc on the board. We go to half 1-0. And then in the second half, in the 45th minute, a penalty shot's called. Hannah Dabrowski steps up, buries it. And then from that point forward, all Lauren DeYonker. She scored in the 72nd minute, assisted by Nicole Russell, a great header off the post. And then in the 79th minute on a breakaway, puts one by Aluka, and that gets her brace and gets the Red Hawks a 3-1 win.
Yeah, game of chances, because Athens only had 4 attempts the whole second half. 3 on frame, all 3 find the back of the net. Very opportunistic for the Red Hawks. Come back from that 1-0 deficit. They did a great job limiting the touches of Kate Childers and the Grand Blanc high-flying offense. And we got a 3-1 victory. It's 2 top 15 teams. This will really help Athens in the NPR as they hope to get a number 1 seed in their district.
That it will. And here's a look at your final stats here. Full-time stats presented by Ali Live Sports. 8 shots in total for the Red Hawks, 9 for the Bobcats. 7 shots on target, 4 shots for the Bobcats on target. Corners, only 5 total in the game, 3 in favor of the Bobcats, 2 to the Red Hawks. And then offsides, just a couple there for the Bobcats, 1 for the Red Hawks. And then the difference here right now, fouls. Fouls in that second half was a difference maker in this game. The Bobcats got a little undisciplined and a little like whatever you want to call it, undisciplined, maybe just a little more physical. And those hurt them. Those free kicks in the box there, they were the problem here for the Bobcats to end this game. And
they had the 2 very costly, the penalty kick for the game-timing goal, and then down here on the right side in the southwest corner of the stadium, they had a foul just outside the box. Cole Russell laces one into the box, and Yonker, 15th and 16 goals a year. The 15th was the go-ahead game-winning goal, and she added an insurance tally on that breakaway with 2:24 left. Athens gets the W. They are completed their OAA red schedule, so they can do no worse than 3rd. The best they can do is 2nd. And Grand Blanc still has 3 conference games in the Saginaw Valley League coming up. They do have key game with Flint Powers in the last day of the regular season. They got Midland Dow next week. Dow is honorable mention all year, very good team. And then they got Mount Pleasant, kind of the surprise team in that Saginaw Valley League that's up in 4th place right now. So Graham Blanc has a lot to play for here in the final 2.5 weeks of the regular season. Athens is going to close out with a handful of non-league games. They'll have a couple top 15 matchups with Holland West Ottawa and number 3 Hudsonville this Saturday.
That they will.
Troy, Athens, and Rochester are heading out together to play 2 of the top 15 teams on the west side of the state. So a lot happening in the soccer community across the state. We had a big one here tonight. 3-1 Troy Athens, battle top 15 teams.
That we did. And coming up here later this week, as you mentioned, on Wednesday night, we'll be out at Rochester as we welcome in Stony Creek High School in that ever-important OAA Red matchup that will decide who wins in the whole league or who doesn't.
Yeah, so if Rochester gets a win or a tie, they'll win the championship for the second year in a row. If Stony Creek can gain a win, they'll win the OAA championship. They won the OAA Red in 2021, so these 2 schools are very senior laden. They've been ranked in the top 5 all year, and should be a good one on Wednesday night.
That it should. So that'll wrap up our coverage here from Troy Athens High School tonight. Dan Stickred, I'm John Turner. Sam Fisher on camera. Always great hosts here. The best concession stand in all of high school sports here in Michigan is owned by the Troy Athens Redhawks. I will put them up against any concession stand in Michigan.
I've been over 300 high schools for games over the years in different sports, and I would say Athens is right up there, if not number 1, top 5 in the state. Their press box is unrivaled by.
I don't think it's even a close second. But either way, that'll do it from us here. We appreciate you stopping by. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share us with your friends and family. And like I always say, here on the Michigan Soccer Network, we'll see you next time for more soccer.